Future news, brothers and sisters. Future news. Suleiman Rahim here. Mention the covenant. Break us 7 seals. Looks like I have to revive my offer. I haven't stopped it. 5,000 cash payment to anyone who can prove that what lying son of a devil Farrakhan is preaching, consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom of Master Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teacher, Master Muhammad's teachings. Now, I'm saying Farrakhan's a liar. They say, don't call him a liar. I'm calling him a liar. I guess I'm nobody, because I call him a liar. He's a goddamn liar. Period. A no good son of a devil, lying dog. Follows the devil, which makes him a devil biologically. They talk all this crap they want to talk, right? You can't get away from biology. And the same reason why you have to say Master Muhammad is original, even though his skin is white, because you go by his father. If you use that same logic, what Farrakhan means, he's a devil. A no good, lying, stinking devil. Full of his shit devil. Oh, he's beautiful. He's handsome. Is he sleeping with him? Yeah, he's licking his butt. What is he doing over there? He's beautiful. And nobody talks like him. Oh, boy, it's sick. Because everything that Farrakhan has been saying is a lie. It's a total lie. And this fool, Ishmael, that dude he's totally stupid. Certified. He don't even know what he said. Because, like I said before, that General Wesley Clark, he didn't understand. He came and revealed that they was going to make this. He said he went to the Pentagon, and this general told him, or colonel, whatever, officer told him that they had this plan to go in the Middle East and knock out these nations. Right? That's what Farrakhan got sent for, man. Because if you listen to carefully what he says, he says, God told him that they were going to take out Libya. Okay. But that was after. Look at the timeline. That was after Wesley Clark revealed this. Right? So that means, because he said Libya's way down the line. So that wasn't news. See? That wasn't news. Because Wesley Clark, that general already revealed that. And secondly, Elijah told me. How you know Elijah's? How can you say Elijah's dead if he told Farrakhan? Because he didn't tell Farrakhan a goddamn thing. I mean that's a proof. Because how can he tell Farrakhan this stuff if he was dead? It doesn't matter. That being dead or alive doesn't have anything to do with it. Because he told Farrakhan a goddamn thing. Nothing. See? If he told Farrakhan something, he whooping Farrakhan's ass. Nobody was telling Farrakhan, warning him about them blowing his ass up. His days are numbered. Days are numbered, and single digits, to my recollection, right, to my calculation. Master Muhammad is going to make a move. Now, I can't say, I've been saying all the time, I can't say exactly when he would do it, but I had his day basic time frame locked down. I know it will be very soon. And even the devil's saying, he says, when America go to war with Iran, America's going to lose. Even the devil's saying it. But that's another thing. Farrakhan's a total no good goddamn liar, period. He's a fraud. And scriptures, everything in scriptures bear witness to that. And they keep trying to up with Elijah Muhammad. Well, they can do all they want to. His days are numbered. See, days are numbered. And I may be tired and wiped out, because I am. I'm tired. And I had that vision when I was a child. I'd be totally wiped out when the end come. And then I'd be totally energized. Right? Well, I can't wait to energize him because, right? But I've been consistent. I've been on the case. See? And Farrakhan just a liar. Okay. All of a sudden, they going to take us out. His whole message changed dramatically. Before was Ukraine and Armageddon. It was going to spread in Europe. Now, I told you about the war in the Middle East. And then the one about that got me, and all of them got me. That Master Farmer told him something 35 years ago or something. It took him 35 years to figure it out before he told you. I mean, they got all kinds of excuses for everything. How come he took he had to figure it out 35 years? You see? He's no good lying dog. And just like all lying dogs, all no good dogs, they get put down really bad. Move on, Brown says, this is a follow-up of what I did yesterday, because I'm not going to apologize, but I was like, I was kind of wiped out yesterday. I've been wiped out the last few days, but I got to keep this going, brothers and sisters. Right? No one here to do it but me to do it right. So you see how they distorted Elijah Muhammad's teachings already that quick? They started right away as soon as he departed. I'm not going to let that happen here. Right? But yeah, no. I'm on the case and I'm going to stay on the case. Has to be done. Right? Okay, the abomination of desolation. Now, see, he knows all about, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with this, but I'm looking at my, I'm looking over here in my YouTube live, and it looks like his buffering was stopped or something. So if that's the case, I'm going to have to start over again, because I got a new provider, and okay, it's moving, so it's moving kind of slow. But remember, we was going to sit down with Massa. Remember, this all the peace everybody was talking about September and August of 2023, right? We're going to sit down with Massa, all that. See, peace going to break out, all this stuff, right? And then what? Then talking about Armageddon, and there's a war that's going to start in Europe and spill over. Now all of a sudden, no, it's the Middle East. I've been telling you for years. He ain't told you a goddamn thing. He's a goddamn liar. See? Oh, he says, Nebuchadnezzar. As always, always BS, right? Oh, I got one more last thing. What's that last thing, Farrakhan? Die? God told me don't say anything. Really? Just be quiet, Wiley. The light goes out. It's dark, and you supposed to be the light, but you go out too? Because you don't know a goddamn thing. That's right. And now you're quiet. So he said, God told you quiet because you're scared to speak. Because right now, we're right in the middle of this. See, it ain't like 30 years ago, or 10 years ago, 50 years ago, you say, well, something happened. No, we're right in the middle of it. And so, every word you say, you got to be right. And you can't say anything. You can't say anything. See, that's why you say anything. Because you don't know what's next thing's going to happen. See, you have no idea. And so now, God told me don't be quiet. Really? Yeah, but you don't know a goddamn thing. It's sad. The whole thing has changed now. The whole message changed. They're going to attack us. Well, first of all, you was going to bring them to the NOI, and you're going to save them. And remember Trump was going to repent. Remember that one? And remember, Obama was the Messiah. Oh, now he's one of the planners too. Remember, he was the Messiah. Oh, we should be voting. Oh, yeah, but he said everybody vote for him. He's the Messiah. They're all the same now. Pathetic. Right? Let's move on, brothers and sisters. So I'd be remiss if I didn't. You understand? I don't think anybody really understands what this is about, the wrath. I don't think anybody really understands what this is about, the wrath. It's going to be terrible. Remember, in the Quran, it says, I'm going to punish you like I've punished no other nation before. Wow, look all the punishment talking about in the Bible. It says you're going to be punished worse. You're talking about Adam, you're going to be punished worse. They have punished any nation in the past. And the Lamb. Who can make war with the beast? Who's like the beast? See, they will make war with the Lamb. The Lamb will overcome them. And he said the Lamb and his father said the Lamb would do it himself. You have no idea what you're dealing with here, brothers and sisters. You have no idea. And these are the hypocrites. I'm not going to go into that, brothers. I talked about it, right? How they want to beat you over the head and piss on you and everything because you don't want to be with Elijah. In the same verse, the same exact verse say, oh, in the message of the covenant, Elijah's just preparing the way. He's prepared. He was secondary. The main messenger would be the messenger of the covenant who would actually, right? Because that's the covenant's fulfillment. The covenant is fulfillment. So he's the person that's going to fulfill the situation is the one you need to be looking at, seeking what's going to fulfill the situation. Not the one pointing to it, the one that's going to fulfill it. Because all the prophets pointed to it. But the ones that's going to fulfill it, get you home. See? I mean, you might have a ticket, but you need a plane. Oh, I got a ticket, but you need a plane. That's what you need. You need to get on that plane. See, that's the one. That's the main, right? Let's move on, brothers and sisters. And right here, why? Let's a little less here. Why does the devil keep our people illiterate? So they can use them for a tool, also a slave to keep them blind themselves to themselves, so they can master them. See, this is what I'm talking about. Man, ain't you blind yourself, right? And undisciplined, so you won't have any power, right? Blind himself. Illiterate means ignorant. See? Why does the devil keep our people apart from the social equality? Because he does not want us to know how filthy in all his affairs. But Pharaoh said, we're going to bring him in. Remember, his father's the devil. That means he's filthy too. His father's the devil. Why does the devil keep our people? Because he's filthy too. If his father is filthy, he is filthy too. His father's a pig, so is he. And so is his children. These are lessons. He don't talk about these. So call Master I'm a liar. Because he doesn't want you to know how filthy in all his affairs. Because when we learn about him, we run him away from us. But said, we're going to bring him in. So obviously you're going to learn about him. See? See, the thing is you can't go in history, you can't find any evidence in history before the devils. Plagues, disease, disaster, famines. You don't find any evidence of that. That came with the devils. They brought that into the world. But their love of dogs and animals, all that stuff. Remember, the so-called common cold did not exist here in this side part of the world. They brought it here and they wiped out millions of natives because they didn't have no defense for so-called common cold. Wasn't common, but they even had it. They had syphilis. They had none because they wasn't doing dogs. These people do dogs. You see how they live with these dogs. You see how they act with them when the dogs out in the public. How do you think they act when they're private with them? I told you about what's his name, the guy who was in charge of Playboy. His secretary brought the dog to work. Hugh Hefner. Dog to work, and she went to lunch, something like that. He came back all he doing the dog. Google it, take my word for it. So they brought disease and all that stuff in the world. They brought it into the world. See? That's how filthy they are. But they walk around, oh, we're so holy. They walk around naked now. I mean, all of them naked. I mean, I saw some, I think you want to discuss it. She was naked. These are devils. But yeah, we was savages. We was wild savages. In Africa, we walk around, they're all naked. Ain't that supposed to be good? Got a dog, got the dogs, picking up dog shit. You don't see anything wrong with picking up dog shit? They don't see anything wrong with it. And now you got these Negro butts, these demons. See, that's why I got to get rid of these demons, because you think it's okay because you see them doing it, they look like you. When I was growing up, you see it. I can't. I don't look. When I was going, there was I did have interface with dogs. Almost killed me. But I never knew any neighbors that had a dog. I don't know where this dog came from, but somebody gave my parents a dog, a cocker spaniel, what I call Bell. Right. And that was my dog. And I must have been about 5 years old at that time, something like that. Living in Newark, Sherman Avenue. And he used to go up to the mountains, and some of, take kids to the mountains. So I forgot what these call them. It's like a kind of reservation or something, right? I got so sick. They rushed to the hospital. The hospital had been there 15, 20 minutes later, I would have died. Totally respiratory breakdown because of that damn dog. I didn't know I was allergic to it. And the dog got killed, ran by a car or whatever. And when I got home, it wasn't there. And this happened maybe 2 or 3 times before I, found out that I was allergic to animals. And then the last time, I'm 50 years old, I finally found out that was it. And I just wonder how many children die, called the sudden death syndrome and all that kind of crap because they was allergic to some dog that you got in your house. They bring that stuff in there. And now you got to walk around, and some of these neighborhood buses, they got 3 or 4 dogs. Picking up dog shit. You don't see anything wrong with that. And they be licking the dog, kissing him in the face. You don't see anything wrong with that? You know how a dog wipe his ass? You know what he used for toilet paper? His tongue. His tongue. Come on, brothers and sisters. And then he got 85%. See, they're talking about the Levites here. They're hard to lead in the right direction, easily in the wrong direction. Look how hard it was last time I got to move in the right direction. How easy Farrakhan turned him around. It's right there. It's hard to get them going the right direction. You give them something very simple, and they mess it up no matter how you do it. No matter how hard it is you try to give them something very simple. Right? Just say A, B, C, D, E. All you got to say A, B, C. A, E, B, F. What about this? I'm going to Levi's there. Who else are you talking about? Somebody got to go to tribulation. They got to work that out. See, 5%, they couldn't be, that's the one that Mass Farmer takes out of here. They can't be deceived. See? And they work on this vision. They complete the vision, right? And so therefore, they're out. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. And this is just, this is just a taste, if you want to, if you will, of what's about to happen to these people. And the only people going to do it to these preachers. Like this stuff with Diddy and all those guys, man. He ain't the one they're after. They're after somebody else, right? That they think that's. Remember Jill Scott? Well, I tell her she got a wife. I tried to get sister a break, but now she got a wife. Okay, whatever. She was married to a man. Now she got probably a white wife. Right? But she came correct when she said Star Spangled Banner. But then, I don't know. So, the thing is that they have to somebody else that was hooked up with him. Like they have the T.A. Jakes. Remember, he's a big time lying ass doggone demon preacher. See, he got caught up in all that. They have somebody else. You're gonna find out who it is in a minute. See, they ain't after Diddy particularly. He's a ringleader. There's somebody that's associated that they want to get because they might want to pull a Jill Scott. They did Muhammad Ali. See, that's pathetic. I shouldn't go down this road, brothers and sisters. Muhammad Ali, right? Well, his mouth was. He could fight, but his mouth was his most powerful weapon. It inspired people. You see, inspired a lot of people, and so they had to shut him up. So they did. It wasn't nothing wrong with Muhammad Ali. They said, "Oh, he got hit in the head too many times. How do you better man? How do you ever got hit?" No, they drugged him. So because everything was all right, he just couldn't talk anymore. And then eventually, he couldn't move around too well because that was getting age. But he couldn't. They stopped him talking. And then to seal the deal, right? Once they saw that he about to die, then they on the Olympics, right? In the Olympics, they usually get a runner, and he carries the flag. He's running like a marathon. Some of that flag, right? So they give it to Ali. He barely can walk by, and then he dies. You see, he was an American all the time. He's one of us all the time. He went for it. Sad end to somebody I admired. Sad end. They get to the end though. They got the Malcolm. See, they're trying to get to me because you'd be surprised, brothers and sisters, but they come at me all the time, every day. Come here a couple times this week. So let them come on. And I protect myself and this person. That's what I'm according to scripture. He says I'm protected, so I'll go with that. Because everything that come after me so far usually work in my favor. When I've had a car accident, nobody thought I could work. I mean, I could show you a picture of it. Nobody thought I'd walk away from it. But this is just a taste of what's about to happen here, brothers and sisters. Because we ain't playing. The words again, oh man. And if you listen to the news, the media, these people, if you wasn't here witnesses, you would not believe the stuff that people be saying. It's like off the page. Now, this whole thing about Hezbollah, right? And they blew up all their pages and everything, right? Oh, to me, oh man, that was cool, that was slick. Now, what if it had been a verse? The terrorists. They got to have their day, brothers and sisters. I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Right? But you had to be here to see this. And it makes me sick. I don't even want to watch the news anymore because I really don't watch the news. I watch one news station, right? Weekend I watch 2 specials, right? Just to keep up with what they're talking about. Because I know they're all lying. See, when you understand these people, everything they say is a lie. It's natural. That's why Jesus says this is your nature. Just natural liars. Because they don't connect words with their meaning. See, just put words out there because it's the words that tend to deceive. I guess that's better way I can say it. Because if you say put words to deeds, well, here, their words connect with deeds, to evil deeds. Because they say something, but they're going to do the opposite. That's why the natives call them forked tongue. Because they say anything. Because they don't connect their words with, and that's one of the ways they was overcome. Most of the nations, because they go out deceiving the world, because their words had no meaning. They were just words that tell you, oh man, we love you. Oh, they love us. Right? And they poison you. I thought you love us. So yeah, we love to poison your ass. And we see it in the media and everything else. There's the words, I love. And love in this society, I mean, that's probably the most often used word other than F-U-C. I mean, love and those 2 most popular words in the English language. F-U and love. And both of them, well, the F-U, right, that's probably closer to true. That's probably closer to the word that matters, because when they say that, they usually mean it. And again, this they used to do them. This back in the 20s, 30s. See, they mock you, but they didn't even want to use real. They didn't want to even use real Negro bus do it. They didn't want to pay them to do it. They just mock you. Blackface and they went out there, and they was popular. This was popular entertainment back there. What's his name? Al Jolson. He was bigger than Brad Pitt back then. He was the big guy. He was a Jew, and that's where most of them were. And it was really, man. And they was big. This up north too. big, just for they had radio and TV. And Miss Andy, but most you don't know about that. That started on the radio. It was two white guys pretending they was black. Hey, oh, what's up? What's up, Amos? Yeah, Andy, man, it's a great day today. Yeah, Amos, man. Yeah, man. You know, some shit. Hey, Sapphire. Now, she was a black woman, right? Hey, Sapphire, why your head so hard? And then when they brought it to TV, they said, well, we can't bring these white guys, man. So we found some Negroes to play the part. And they graduated from this to that. They said Stephen Fletcher. Read about Stephen Fletcher. I don't even want to try to mimic him because it's like, you know, putting crap on yourself so you can smell like shit. He ain't interested in that. But that guy was, oof. His thing was, well, that's all blacks could get a job. You should find a job doing something else then, mocking. So he did. And then they figured after TV and everything came, they said, well, okay, we just get some real live ones. There you go. Stephen Fletcher's Demons make you look like fools over the planet. People understand these shows go all over the world. America spread their, you know, they said the top, Google it, the top producer porn in the world is a Jew rabbi. This stuff goes all over the world. And all over the world they see you. They see you a clown, that's why they respect you. And these dudes do that. They say, oh man, that's the only job he'll get. They make you like fools. And then if they try to give you a job, like this new movie Card got, where he's he's in charge of some kind of CIA thing, right? He making $1 billion deals. That's a comedy. You know, he ain't making no $1 million deal. That was a joke. He making $1 million deals. See, it's a tongue-in-cheek comedy. He made a $1 million deal. Then he in charge of this whole group. It's all over the world, and they make you look bad. Because they look like us, and it's disgusting. Because they got our face. It's worse than blackface. I'd rather the blackface, at least you know it was devil behind it. But these here, you don't know the devil behind it. And remember the wrath? Oh, boy. Okay, bro, so let's get to the... Okay, I want to reiterate on this process because I was like, I was kind of, you know, beat. And what did I do? No, I was, before I was like wiped out. I mean, and plus I spent all day long, right, trying to put these systems back together. They're in my phone now. I got my phones all messed up. All my systems all messed up. So I had to get another provider. I had to fix that and all this other stuff. Right. So I spent one day this week I couldn't even do anything. Just trying to get my system stuff together, get to work. So I think I succeeded. See how long it works. So I want to talk about this a little more, brothers and sisters, because I want you to understand this. See, this is complicated and it's uncomfortable. Because you got a whole different idea how things work, and it ain't like that at all. That's the devil's idea. Some of it just told lies, and some of it just is misunderstanding. It just don't work that way. The universe opens and closes. So we're showing right here where the universe was totally closing all, right? Just original people, right? So I'm just showing, different levels. This is not, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not that detailed. I'm just trying to get a general idea. Because I want somebody to come back and say, hey, no, I'm getting a general idea. Because if I go and try to explain to you, then I have to change these things. But more detailed, it takes time. And I'm not sure it's possible at this point. But the thing is, like, right? So, now at the bottom down there, that's when, this is the top. The universe is totally contracted. At the bottom was totally expanded, right? So at the top, say you got you got the original people, right? See, and that's the universe totally contracted, right? So now it's expanding, and when it expands, you don't have right. When it expands, that means you got to take energy, right? You have less energy at the center because you expanded it. But while we expanded, we took and that energy took form. So in other words, like that's you see, is really so-called evolution in reverse. Because the way they say evolution is opposite. The reason why I do this is because they make us the bad guys. So they say, well, it started microbes and they evolved to something. You can't do that mathematically. You can't add attributes to something. Mathematically can't do it. When you integrate something, you can't add variables to it. But when you do derivatives, you can take variables from it. You understand? So you can't even do that mathematically, what they try to tell you to do. So, well, you started with microbe, but you evolved at higher. How can you do the higher things? That's all the attributes in the microbe to begin with. Or somehow you don't have eyes, you gain eyes. You have teeth, you gain. How you gain these things? See, you see a sperm. That sperm has the DNA has stuff in it already. It gets it right. It's just it started getting it's in it. It's built in. See, but they tell you, no, man, you got, as you know, that's a lie. But no, we take, as it expand, we take little things out, microbes, and get more complicated. As we take more, as it expands more. So when back there, you didn't have plants. You didn't even have planets. You didn't have animals. You had any of that stuff. That's why the Quran says all that stuff came out of us. So yeah, you was in paradise. Because had a lot of energy, you felt good. But it was dark. Because there was no other life as you. There wasn't no male or female at that time, just you. See? But you was in total peace, total joy. Unimaginable. But it was just you. Total triple darkness. So then, you take some out, right? And so when it does that, right, some people, like I said, I talk about the fire angels, they say, oh, we want to stay in this state right here. Because remember, as you spin, that's the creation. So where we are, they messed with my camera here. Let me switch another camera, brother and sister. Hold on. Wow. Switch another camera. How did that happen? That worked? See if that works. Okay, switch another camera. Gotta have backups, brothers and sisters, because they come at me all kinds of ways. Switch another camera. Let's see what I can do with this. Okay. I'll move this up a little bit. Yeah, I guess that. Let me move here. That'd be a little better. Okay. So, the jinn are those who resist change. Jinn are those who resist change. So we see the case where the fire angels, they said, hey, they want things like they were. But if you expand, now their level of knowledge, whatever it was, if you expand, that means you have enough energy. But that's how you create the creation, because you have to take energy as you have, and you expand. Because their energy. So you got as the universe expands, that's how you do. You take energy. So you have more. In other words, as the universe is less energy, but you give energy that form. So at first it starts small things, right, and more complicated, right? But some people say, no, man, we're gonna have less power now. We're gonna have less energy. So they try to resist. He said, no, we're gonna resist. So that's what you're seeing right here. See, because that reality is gone. When you go to the next reality, that old reality is gone. It's burned up. That's why I saw fire and ice, or fire and water, but fire and ice, that's a little more dramatic. That reality is gone. So they stay here, they fight, and they try to maintain reality. So the other ones move down to the next reality, right? But they just. See, the thing is, the tribe of Shabazz, right? They move, but they didn't adjust. They said, no, we're going to, Now, things were still good for them. I mean, remember, they got a lot of energy. They were still good for them. It just wasn't as good as it was before, right? Because they didn't adjust. The other ones did adjust, so they don't notice the difference between where they was before because they adjust to it. But tribe Shabbat says, no, we're going to maintain our form. Because what they know is that if you give up that form, you can't get back to it again. Remember I says you can't add variables that you don't have. So if they give up that form, you won't be able to get back to it. So they said, we're going to hold that form. We're going to hold out that basic DNA. We're going to keep that form. Others gave up part of it. Right? You understand what I'm saying? So they moved out and they adopted to the new level. See? So if you want to look at it from the Quranic point of view, that's Allah's will. He said, okay, we're going to make creation at your expense, right? And so it tends to the weaker ones prevail. Because the righteous ones, they say, I'm not going to, same thing as the jinn today, right? He said, that one on top there, he says, I'm not going to move down, I'm not going to be less disciplined, less righteous than I was before. That's what it means. You move left where you transform to, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay here, right? So they get burned out. Move on. And then, the next level. Another one says, I ain't going to move too. This may be where you got a situation where Elijah Muhammad talked about making the moon, but he doesn't connect that with, that's where male and female came in existence. So some people reject that. Say, I mean, I want to stay like it is, man. I don't want to split up into male and female. I want to stay like we are, right? So you see those that adjusted, right? Now, Travis about they adjusted that point, but they didn't adjust that new reality. You understand? See? So the other one says, nah, we're going to stay like we was before. And so that reality is gone. That's what I mean burn up. It doesn't exist anymore. The only reality exists right now is the reality we're in. The previous reality don't exist anymore. Right? That burn up. So here we go. Go down, no. And so you got to know. He said, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay on this level. See? I'm not a believer because the believer is meant to get new scripture to conform to the next level we're trying to move to. See, that's the new mind. But they don't want to accept the new mind. They want to hold on to the old mind. And you have some sympathy because they said, man, look, man, we're losing energy, man. We're getting weaker. We're going to be less righteous than we were before. So why would God want us to be less righteous? See? Because that's the nature of our creation. So if you're saying God's responsible for this, he's favoring the less righteous. Because every time you're on a level, you become less righteous than you was before. And Travis Shabbat, they start suffering. At this point, it's still good for them, but because they maintain that form, they're under more stress than the rest of them are. Because they're the ones that saved the civilization. Because at the end, when we start going back, right, those can't return. They can because they got the original DNA. They maintained it. Because once you break that DNA down, you can't restore it. That's mathematically a fact. So they have to maintain that DNA to maintain it, right? I mean, it's still at this level, it's still doing good, just not as good as it was before, right? Because they maintained that DNA. The other ones gave up that DNA. Like I said, some went to Mars, some went to this. I mean, we ain't got there yet, right? Some had all different ways to deal with it, right? But Travis Shabbat said, no, we gonna hold that. We gonna hold on to that. See, and so they keep moving, right? So eventually, I cut to the chase here. You get down to where the Quran taught the jinn. See, they said, no, we ain't move. We're not gonna submit to Adam. See, but we did maintain that DNA. So we're on the 10th stress this point to Holocaust, and jinns on the fire. I mean, they've been burning for the last 500 years. They haven't won a victory yet, and the devil been burning their ass for the last 500 years. That's why they be accursed, because that reality doesn't exist anymore. But they're trying to hold on to it. The reality of Prophet Muhammad doesn't exist anymore. They're trying to hold on to it. They're on fire. They're trying to hold on to that reality. It doesn't exist anymore. Farrakhan trying to get you to hold on to reality too. See? But the reality exists right now. That's devils. And they're not suffering energy deprivation. And God favors them. Why would God favor them? Because that's the nature of the universe. But now you have all this creation. Right? You didn't have that in the beginning. You was alone in the darkness. But now you got all this creation. And that's the price you pay. Right? It was all energy deprivation. But there's something else. I heard that before. I've been telling you about it. Let me explain it clearly. See, the last creation was the most complicated. It said, I'll raise what beasts from the earth that was talk to you. That's the devils. That means they're beasts, but they're talking beasts. They're a connection between us and the beasts. They're beasts, but they're talking beasts. See? And they're the most complicated of the creation that's the last. Remember, it's first simple, then the most complicated. That's the last part of our creation. Those are less of our creation. Right? See? And we maintain, everybody else gave up their, you see what the jinn did? They gave up they white now. But we held on. See? Even got the demons and everything else. And our women was primarily responsible for that. So when you start putting our women down, you better watch out, especially you're going to catch hell with me. See? Because if it wasn't for them, then that would have been destroyed at the end. All demons. And you can't recover from that. See? So the few that's left is most of it because of these sisters. There was other factors, but that's a major factor. Right? Okay, so now, deprivation. The jinn, they're on fire. They're trying to hold on to reality that doesn't exist anymore. And this reality does exist. And God said, you got to submit to this reality. This is the reality it is. And who's happy in this reality? They are. The devils. They adjusted to it. These were black folks that adjusted to the reality. Now go back and look at this again, previous. Remember, every time you got a reality, people adjust to that reality. See, they adjusted to that reality. See, gray, this was dark, right? And then it's gray. They adjusted to it. Except Travis Shabbat, they kept maintaining that, right? See? So then, the original people, they adjust this reality. They was the devils. Remember, there was original people. They adjust this reality. See? And so now, they ain't suffering energy deprivation. And this reality is a paradise for them. See? But they had to adjust. That means they had to give more and more of their DNA until they down to this here. Okay, so then what happens then? See? Now you're here. Now the universe is starting to contract now, right? So here you go right here. Now we're moving up. But now the devils, right? Flood. We're talking about fire and ice. So that's the flood. That's ice. Their reality is flooded. won't be long as this anymore. That's why I refer to as the flood. It won't exist anymore. But our people rose up to the next level. See, that's the new reality. See, that this reality here be flooded, gone. But let me explain something. I talked about this in the past. I'm going to explain it clearly. All the animals serve us. The bees, the bears, the fleas, flies. They all have a purpose. They all came from us. They all have a purpose, right? And every one of them, once we brought them into creation, because we started the simplest ones, we gave independence to find their way into the ecosystem, and then we brought them into submission. That's what we always did. We gave them, right, because they had to fit in perfect, because they fit in some piece, they like a puzzle. They fit into the ecosystem, so they'd find their way in, right, and then we bring them into submission. Once they because our animals fear us, once they fit perfectly into the ecosystem, because they got to find their way. They got to be comfortable there. They find their way, because naturally they're going to find their way. Their nature is going to, if you let them alone, their nature will guide them into how they're going to fit into the ecosphere. Their nature will guide them. Just leave them alone. And once they do that, then you got to bring them under submission to make sure, right, that they don't rebel against us, go against us. They fit in, right? So again, you let them go, give them independence. Their nature, like a dog, a fly is, their nature is to eat manure. They're going to just leave them alone. They're fine. Their nature will tell them to do that. You don't have to teach the birds what to do. You don't have to teach lions what to do. They know their nature guides them. So let them get, and then you bring them submission to make sure they stay in their place and they do, and make sure the ecosystem doesn't get out of balance. So you bring them submission, right? So same thing with devils. We gave them independence. They find their way in, and now we're going to bring them to submission. Now it lasts. See? And the thing is, why? Because we went through all this with them, but see, we never had slaves before. We had angels. They did the physical side of it, but the angels been raised to gods. Some of them, all of them ain't been raised to gods. Now we still have angels, right? Those that didn't go to the Holocaust, they still going to be the angels. They didn't get raised to gods, right? But now we have servants. That's the beasts that raised up from the earth. That's the devils. That's what it says in the tale about Noah. So they will be served. They put that on Ham. They put that on us. That's them. They'll be our servants forever. See, and they're going to be the ones that coordinate between us and the animals. So they're going to be responsible for taking care of the animals, communicate with the animals, and all the stuff we know. Whatever we do, we're going to slaughter the animal, eat whatever we do that, right? But there's a communication between the two. Then the creation is finished. So we don't have direct contact with animals anymore. To contact with them, and they have contact with the animals. And we make sure they don't be sleeping with all kind of stuff. So we bring disease stuff back in, but they'd be our servants, total. That's it be carried captive all the nations. See, so they'd be a nation of slaves. So they trying to enslave us, but by doing what they was doing, they actually made themselves a nation of slaves. Because everything I said, they stole and everything else. They don't own anything, and they don't own themselves either. That's why there's no consequence to whatever we do. That's all stored together. But that's it. And the thing is that we maintain, so we live with them 5 years, so they know us, we know them, and we know how they do, and they know how we do. Right? So we have better communication, and they know exactly what to do. We tell them to do it, they know exactly what to do. But we're the masters. It says what's on the bottom will be on the top. What's on the top and the bottom. Well, who's on the top now? Who's on the bottom? We understand that, brothers and sisters. See? And then we start moving up again in the same process. You got the jinn that want to stay on that level. They don't want to move up to the next level. We like it here. And they won't move up. But they'll be destroyed because that reality won't exist anymore. Only one reality exists at a time. So right now you're going to war with another reality that's coming into existence because when I say only one going, I shouldn't say it that way because the new one coming in is adverse to the one that exists. So how should I say it? How should I say it better? There's only one reality that can dominate at any time. Because you got a conflict between realities now. Every time a new reality comes in, it's resisted by the current reality. You understand? So this keeps going. Same thing again. See? Some can't make it. The reality destroyed. Right? Keep on going until we get back to. It says only one will ever get back to it. Only one will survive. See? Discipline to survive it. So I'm not going. I'm keeping this short, brothers and sisters. But the thing is like I told you initially, energy times discipline is power. And look what they got people. They got children. My people are more undisciplined than any people on the planet. Totally undisciplined. They don't want to learn anything. They only want to go out there and walk around with no shoes on and slippers and ass showing and pants down below their waist. And you see how people out there, how they doing? Because they do it on purpose. They tell others have a good time party. Get high. See, they took, if it's something that's good, that you like, right, they criminalize it. If something's going to hurt you, right, then okay, they decriminalize it. So in other words, when you like marijuana, they criminalize it, so now they put your ass in jail because Clinton did the most of that. But I think if you look at the statistics, I think like 100,000 black folks in jail when he came president after he was like millions for small drug offenses. Because that's something you would like. So they criminalized, they put your ass in jail. But now they found that vaping and marijuana give you brain cancer and strokes. Now they legalize it. So now you go out there. I know people, black folks that had strokes and everything, mess with that stuff. So yeah, legalize it now because now, right? And that's another form of abortion because they got millions of people in prison, males. That means you ain't making no babies. Now Farrakhan, yeah, after us. Oh, that wasn't what you were saying before. That's what I've been saying a long time ago. Like I was telling my wife, I don't need to give prioritization. I just need to let them do it on Sundays. And just go back and say, this is what I, because all they're doing is copying. They're thieves and robbers. That's what it said. All before me, thieves and liars and robbers. That's what's happening, brothers and sisters. They steal everything. They're liars. Now he's telling me, oh, well, they're coming after us. That wasn't just stated me before. I've been saying it quite some time. And America's they're going down. They finished. That wasn't you said before. We're going to stay here. We're going to bring them in NOI. See? He's trying to be relevant. Uh-oh, man. Am I freezing up over there? Looks like. Well, I'm most fast anyway, bro. Sister, so I don't think I need to restart it. I look like I'm freezing up on my. I'm looking at my YouTube. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. That's nature creation. So it tends towards the unrighteous if you say it as the universe is expanding. Now it tends the other way. And that just gets better and better and better. Before it was getting worse and worse and worse, you end up in energy deprivation. Now it just gets better and better and better and better and better. Right? It's about a step into paradise. But you have to create that. I keep saying, the energy around you, you have so much energy. So what you do with the energy? You invest in yourself? You blowing it? What are you doing with energy? See? You need to have a mind that's consistent with your nature. You have discipline. Right? You have to have a vision. Right? Direction. Steering wheel. Right? You got an engine. Got the car. Your steering wheel. So you got the engine. Got to upload the angel. Discipline. And direction. Abraham a covenant. Mention of the covenant. Those three things together. Because right now, they're taking the vision away from you. That's the fact. God, you ain't going nowhere. He calling God a liar. Talking about God speaks to him. So he's taking the vision away from you. So therefore, you don't have a steering wheel. So you got an engine, got a car. You spin around in circles. See, and the more you step on the gas, man, the more you spin in circles. And you're going at 100 miles an hour. You ain't going anywhere. But you're moving 100 miles an hour. See? You're taking your discipline from you. Just let them hang out. Walk around with slippers on, hair braided. Won't study, won't pick up a book. They said 9% of people that go to college, I'm not talking about friends of black folks or not. They said once they got to college, they never pick up a book again their whole life. So no discipline, eat 3 meals a day, all that kind of stuff. So you have no power. That's what they want you. Powerless. Steering wheel. Just an engine. See? All they want is the engine. They can put the engine, use the engine to power whatever they want. But you don't have no steering wheel, no vision. You're powerless. That's what lessons say. Once you're powerless, brothers and sisters, and that's where you are. No discipline. None. I mean, you have very loose and no discipline at all. No vision. Took the vision away from you, took your discipline away from you. See? You had no mind. Because they gave you their mind. See? So you got control the quality, because the tell you scripture, you're wealthy. Says you have great substance, but they want to control your substance. They want to control the quality of it. That's why I say if we leave, it plunders Egypt, because they got wealthy off of you. They're wealthy off of you. So when you leave, you plunder. If you leave the gold and silver, that's for you, and you plunder them. You don't understand that. And listen to Farrakhan and them, they just living off you too. Measure comes, so you got to get the hell out of here. So when you get back home, but you got to have a vision to create the energy that will make that happen. You have to create the energy that makes that happen. You have to take, okay, I want to save money to go on vacation. Okay, now so you got to save the money, buy a plane ticket and everything else. You understand? But if you don't do that, then you ain't go. So you got to save the energy to get the transportation, right? Because what? You got to take, okay, what qualifies you to get the transportation? Upload the angel. That's the 5 pillars. If you do that, then you qualify, right? That's your ticket out here. But you don't have that. So your ticket out here is to back home. You don't have that. So you got a tribulation to get that. So you got to apply, you got to take the energy and apply it for that purpose. But you're not applying for that purpose. And though you claim you are, maybe 10%, 20%, so therefore, hey, well, I want to go on vacation in March, but I'm going to put 5% of my money towards that. Well, okay, then maybe you won't go in March. Maybe it'll be 2 years from now. But if you don't go, you put 100%, then you go as fast as you can. But you ain't doing that. You put maybe 10%, 20%. So therefore, you ain't going home. See? You're going through tribulation. But if you put 100%, you'll be out of here. Because you had the engine uploaded. And you prove because you didn't need to be unlocking scriptures and things like that. That's why you're not doing it, because you ain't put 100% in. Because you ain't studying. You're playing games with yourself. You ain't studying. You ain't applying. If you did, you'd be doing that. They know I've been doing it because for 30 some years, because you see evidence. Nobody else is doing it, even now. After 30 years, even me telling them, guiding them, and putting information out there, no one else has broken any version, anything yet, not even close. Yeah, sister, she came close one time, and that's no more out of that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, so that's why the elect and lamb down here, because he gave 100%. So he got all those things. See, the others don't. They either gave no percent or 10% or whatever. So now they got to go to tribulation. See, because you didn't invest 100% in your paradise. So if you wasn't, that means you was put 20%. That means you put 80% towards helping the devils with theirs. You was actually working against yourself. That's why the man of Mark, he was using energy against himself. So you're using energy. If you put 100%, then you're using energy against yourself. That means you're against this message too, because you ain't 100%. Because if you would, you'd be out of here too. You invest in other things. You got other priorities. Hope you understand that, bro. So I try to make it simple, but I thought about that one for a while. But that's what it is. You're not going to invest in the hereafter. If you put 100%, then you get as fast as you can. You put 50%, then you get half as fast. They don't get it all. See? But they got you investing in American Dream. They got you investing in. See? Which is going to be destroyed. That's what you got to invest in. It's going to be burned, flooded. Got you invested in. See? And on top of that, they have you powerless. No discipline. See? Their minds, so it means you have no, with their minds, and plus, right, you have no vision, so the people who have vision perish, so you have no direction. And then you have their mind. So you're working against yourself. That's what got you going, bro. Says, I think I'm going to leave it there. Then leave there, brothers and sisters. I got so many things to do. I'm talking about quality, quantity. Like I said, as long as you stay here, they control the quality of your energy. And they keep you powerless because they're going to make sure you stay disciplined, undisciplined. Our people are so undisciplined, so they don't have any power. If you become disciplined, in power, they don't want that. That means they got trouble. So when they see false Israel going down, it's too much to tear for them. Because they see it going down. Remember, you got the mind. The mind they gave you says false Israel is true Abraham, and not you. Keep that part in mind, not you. Why is it not you? Because like Muhammad was saying, it was you. And that's why they put up and say no, because you're already aware of it. Remember, keep that in your mind. You have the two minds, one turned on and one turned off. Sealed Bible and unsealed Bible. You have both of them in there. The one is active. The devils have both too. But the one that's active is the sealed Bible. And that's against you. That's for the devils. But they're both there. And when this still goes down, that means the other ones be activated. And there'll be a conflict in your mind and the devil's mind. Because he's going to try to hold on to the lie, the false one. But he'll not be able to, because the reality is crushed, it's closing in on him. See, because the whole world, the angel, the whole world is becoming an angel. This whole reality is becoming an angel reality. So it's hard to fight against it. What I've been saying 30 years ago, you see it right in front of your face, right now. 30 years ago, it's in front of your face right now, and I got proof to prove it. I ain't got to go in there and lie. They got rid of one of my channels, I got other ones, and plus I got backups, so, you understand? So the real reality, the angel reality is prevailing. So it's hard to hold on to that old one. The demon's going to try to hold on to it. And you got those of us that's love this world of life going to try to hold on to it. Some of you trying to hold on to it. But it's harder and harder. And for the devil, it's almost impossible. See? And they can't let that come to pass, because you get the angel mind now. Right? And you get the angel mind, you get discipline, now you got power. You got power, you got direction, you got the vision. They got to mind who you are. And they know once the falsehood goes down, that means right away you're going to you're going to identify with the angel because that's the only mind. You only got two minds there, and you're going to see that must fail. So it means you mistreated Abraham. So you're going to start gravitating towards the angel mind. Right? Then you're going to be under intense pressure at that time because the war, remember that's what caused it. They're going to be starting to attack you because they see the forces is about to go down. So you're about to be under attack. That's going to force you into discipline or seek discipline. You see what I'm saying, brother and sister? So that means you're going to force you into power. See? Force you into your right mind. Force you into discipline. Just to save your life. That's harm. That's tribulation. You understand, brothers and sisters? Okay. So you get the angel and the vision. You understand? Angel get your mind back. They got your mind back and they have that vision. And they can't have that. Then they're going to attack you immediately. They see a possibility. Because if you get empowered, then that means the thing about being empowered, they can't control your energy anymore. And then you're no use to them. And then plus, now you turn against them because you know who, because you got the angel mind, which is against them. See, you had to, first you was against yourself. Now you turn your energy against them. Now you know they devils trying to tell you the other way around. No, they're not devils anymore. See? Now your energy, see? Now you got your mind, turns against them. You got power, because you got discipline. And you got vision to go home. So now you apply your energy towards that vision. And so when you get home, right? Let me say this and I close, brothers and sisters. Now, I don't know if I made this clear enough yesterday. Right? When you get home, see, Arabia, before energy deprivation, was a paradise. We covered with sand because it was reflecting our nature. See, the Arabs had it, for how long? It's still covered with sand because it's not reflective of their nature. You understand what I'm saying? Remember, I says, as you adjust, you lose DNA, lose quality. And Shabbat said, we're not going to lose quality. We're going to maintain, we're going to suffer hard, but we're going to maintain the quality of our DNA. Right? And a lot of nature says, no, so we suffer energy deprivation, but we're going to, because the devils, they gave all of it. So now they total loss, they can't get back. So we hold on to our quality of it. So when we come back, then we stay God's favor. It's going to cost us, but no. So we're going to hold on to that quality. See? So if we look over the Middle East, right? See, the point is, they're in the sand because they don't have, they stripped down version too. They became white. So they what you see right there is the desert over there on the best part of the planet. They had enough energy to have the best part of the planet Earth, but they have enough energy, right, to turn it back into paradise because what you reflect is reflected their nature. What you see, what they have is reflected their nature. They had it, but that's the best they could produce. So it's not a land of milk and honey, is it? Neither is false Israel. See? But when we get back, that's what I try to explain. It says, you look at the hereafter, like you have 3 levels. You got the basement, you got the first floor, and you got the top floor, right? And so the Arabs like in the basement. Right? So the basement was sand. So it's hereafter. So for them, the promised land would be sand. But they still had the promised land. It's just basement level. But that's what we take to the top floor. Make it back to the paradise it was before. Because it reflects our nature. They got stripped out of nature. They ain't stripped down to the devil point. They got stripped out of nature. And so we see they have it, and that's the best they can do with it. Hope you understand that principle, brothers and sisters. So we return, but first you have to have the vision. And we have to apply energy towards that vision. Because we could stay on the worst part of the planet Earth. You see what's happening over here. You see? So we instead of investing our money into some profit pit, blowing it on some bullshit. You understand? So because our nature, that we're gonna once we get our mind back, then we're gonna invest it according to our nature. And nature says, okay, that's the best part of planet Earth. We're gonna invest to get that. And then we're gonna turn it into a paradise. See, go invest in ourselves, in our nature. Right now we're investing in the devil's name. So we're building a paradise for them and doing what they want, and they enjoying it. We're not. Because we're working against ourselves. We got their mind. You understand that, brothers and sisters? So you want your paradise, you have to invest in yourself. So now your paradise reflects your nature. When it reflects your nature, that's your paradise. Hope you understand, brothers. I'm going to leave it there. Again, these dogs, these demons, this reflect their nature in America because they like it here. See? And this is the best the devils can do because it reflects their nature. But it's reflect hybrid nature, their nature plus the demon nature, which got a little bit of us in it. So that's why that's why America, the Europeans, are different than any Europeans in the world, because they got us here. And so they got a little bit of our nature mixed in with theirs. The demons didn't make them any better. They're hybrid. But the demons, right? They rapping and all that kind of stuff and change the music, the dance, and everything. See? That's nobody they want us here. Because they're controlling that, though. Yeah, you got a lot of money. We're controlling it. It's like you got a bunch of kids right now inherit $1 million a piece from their grandma or something. You got 10 of them. Well, you control it. So you're $10 million. You got $10 million. You see? And that's what happened here. We don't understand that. So we ain't controlling it. So they controlling it. And if we leave, that's why it says we plunder them if we leave. Because they're still getting richer off us. And we don't, as long as we have no discipline and we're ignorant, they continue doing it. But once we leave here, right, then we start building our own. Right? And we start, but you got to go out here with your mind. You got to have in your mind, have discipline, because we don't want you otherwise. Because you ain't come out ignorant, stupid, bring that Negro stuff with you. Well, that stuff behind. I'll leave it alone, brothers and sisters. This is Future News Out, right? Future News Out, brothers and sisters.